Trip Zero here. And although it doesn't look it, it is actually quite a nice day for a Saturday. In fact, one of the first nice Saturdays we've had since since November or October. So since it's been a nice day, we've been hard at work here on the greenhouse door that we just put in, and boy was it a challenge. Painting it was not a hard part, but word of warning, so this is a geothermal greenhouse. You can check out my other videos on some of the construction of it, but this side, from right about where you see the dirt, the grass end and the dirt start, is where the hole was, the geothermal hole, right about to, you know, the middle of the greenhouse inside. And this side of the greenhouse sunk at least a good 3 to 6 inches. So putting in a door where I needed a certain amount of space on this side of the door for that fan, exhaust fan, and he needed a certain amount of room on this side of the door for the intake radiator heat exchanger thing. Getting it everything level when one side had sunk 6 inches deeper than the other was a serious challenge. So what I did, and this is, I really recommend this, if you have the posts buried in dirt, it will be much more difficult. So I used rock, gravel, some about 1/2 inch rock pieces, and 1/4 inch, or actually smaller this time, but originally it was about 1/4 inch pieces of rock. And I wanted it to, I get tons of rain here in the northwest, so I wanted it to drain really well and not root the bottom of my posts. So that's what I did. I used rock, and it really, I think, ended up saving me, because I needed to raise this side of the greenhouse up about, you know, 4 to 6 inches so that I could level it and get the door level, the door installed. So this was a pre-hung door, and it has to be level or else it doesn't shut perfectly. And it actually, we still didn't manage to get it as close as it should. We had to do a little bit of sanding to get it to, as you can hear that, but right up there we had to like sand a little bit. I've repainted it, but just to get it to fit. So how did I raise this side? Well, over here I dug a hole, and I got a car jack, and I just jacked it up. And since this wasn't cemented, these posts weren't cemented, they just lifted right up out of the rock. And then I could get I just got the back of a shovel and just packed it in the rock more, and the rocks kind of fell underneath the post and lifted it up. And so I was able to remove the jack, and it didn't sink back down. So I think the rocks really saved me. If you were to cement that, I think you'd have a problem. If you were to use dirt, I think you'd have a more difficult time. So that was a good lesson learned, is twofold. One, if you dig a big hole, it's going to settle and sink. And two, if it does sink and you need to adjust it later on, rocks are the way to go, gravel. So that's my experience for the day. Started, last night, got almost everything painted. Then I was up here 8 o'clock in the morning after I played some basketball, and finally got it all installed. It kind of bows at the top because I had to kind of force it up. I used the inner posts, these two posts right here, that one and that one, to kind of raise it up. And it does kind of bow at the top. But it works. It's not exactly perfect, but I think it looks pretty good. So the exhaust fan is about 800 cubic feet per minute, and there's about 700 cubic feet of air inside, so I'll be exchanging more than my fair share of air every minute. The intake, I will have at least 800 variable controlled coming in, so 800 coming in on that side, 800 going out on that side, and this will be water cooled. So the air coming in will be cooled, and the hot air going out will just be hot air. So still what I have to do, I'm gonna put some I don't know if I have a video of my other door, but some about 1.5 inch, 2 inch thick styrofoam panels. I'm just gonna fit those in, and I may make them so they're I can open them up. I don't know, we'll see. At least some of them. I think I'll make it so I can open and close this off. So that is the update for the greenhouse today on March 19th, and been a really busy day. Lots of fun though, and I'm pretty happy about the work that we've done. My father-in-law helped, really appreciate his help, and so that's it. Alright, Trip Zero out.